I was out of the room, came back, and noticed that Aaron was writing. I was happy to see that before I got in. When I realized and sat down and saw his little picture drawing thing, I was a little upset at first. I mean, why is someone not working?
The guys told her that she could do the PowerPoint, and then Zach was like, "Oh, well, I'll just stay out here and do the PowerPoint." And she was like, "Well, what am I supposed to do now?" And by that time, me and Frank had already, written up our papers, and Zach and Amith, were supposed to be doing their thing. And she was like, "Well, if Zach's taking the PowerPoint from me, what am I supposed to do?"
You got to take initiative. You got to say, "All right, this is what I'm going to do because this is what I think I have information on, and this is what I think I can contribute." Whereas she was kind of waiting. It's not, not that she was doing anything wrong, but she's waiting for someone else to instruct her what to do, which I feel like you have to be self-ambitious on this show.
She had nothing to do. She was, doodling and, being bored. She was just kind of communicating to the other teammates and just kind of making, just some short talk with everybody. And I just kind of, yelled at her, try to get back to work, at least have her do something productive.
Since you've had your 5 minutes break, let's buckle down and get to work. You could write out an outline about what your section you're supposed to be researching.
I don't know. I feel like that's how Zach is. I guess it's a good thing to take things that seriously, but at the same time, I'm just not really like that. I'll take things seriously, but sometimes it's taken too far with Zach, I feel like.
Ben was off doing his own thing, not really communicating with the group.
I was working on the PowerPoint, and I get out of my chair and I start doing push-ups because I can't think at that point in time, and that's about where I was going to lose it.
It's super hot in there, and we're just tired of being in this room. And it's kind of like when you're a little kid, you feed off each other.
I was really wired. I think at one point we're acting like we're monkeys in this little cage trying to get out, Amber and I. So I think Amber actually put her lips on the glass. So it was fun,
How would you play somebody that has no voice record, who has someone who has nothing recorded that you don't even know anything about him? I mean, just...
Joe, he was just talking to the camera and stuff, about this and that, and I was just like, I should probably go talk to him.
You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. We're not going to pressure you to do that.
I don't really want to let the team down. It's just that...
No pressure. I promise. I promise you won't be letting the team down. If you don't want to do it, you do not have to do it. You don't have to do it. I promise you will not be letting the team down. Promise.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, my word.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Got me here.
Okay.
I'm a bit of a... I'm sorry. I should have
I'm
a bit of a hugger.
Okay.
The way he talked to me, that was the true leader. She was willing to work with what we could work with.
It was tough being in that room for such a long period of time. But, just doing work. It was honestly hard also because the camera crews would come in and they'd be filming us. And it was just kind of distracting.
Everybody was tired, so it was no big deal if anybody needed to sleep because we were staying up the entire night.
I noticed, I was making all these errors, I just wasn't thinking real clear. So no, it definitely hit me, later on in the night.
I was tired to the point that I was delirious because I've never put an all-nighter like that.
Towards the end, when it started getting down to crunch time and such, we were like, okay, one of the other teams are done, we should probably pick it up now, and it's getting closer to having to turn it in.
I feel like our paper is okay. At least we have it done. I think that's probably what I was focusing on too much, just the fact that we had it done.
Bringing everything together, the paper did come out nicely. I personally would not have turned that in as a, final draft. But for what we had and the resources we had and the time that was allotted for the paper, I thought was, turned out, fairly well.
I don't know. I didn't really think too much about the judges. I kind of thought they were going to be professors, but that was the least of my concern that night. I was just trying to get everything done.